Thank you for joining us on the Ujamaa Network. I'm Antoine Anderson, and today we're going to be talking about some magic words. The first magic word you're going to have to learn when coming to an investment decision or business decision, the very first word you should know is the word no. It is easy when you don't have any money or any resources to draw upon to have great ideas, come up with great plans in how to get something done or what you would want to do or what you would like to do when your own money is not involved. It is an entirely different thing when you have a little bit or a couple of nickels to scratch together to call your own and then try to plot a move towards your future that's going to benefit you. But too many times in this society right now, we've got individuals that they will either come in the form of friends, families, members, some acquaintances, people who will have the best pitches on what you should do with your hard-earned cash and money and how it will benefit all of us when it's your money on the line. That's where you have to start drawing a line, because opinions are like butts. Everybody has one and they all stink. Once you get to that realization, you can begin to start vetting these incidents. Now, why am I talking about this? Well, it's about safeguarding your investments. We have seen in recent weeks scam after scam after scam. If we're talking about crypto and Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX and all those pump and dumps that happen, all those failures on those exchanges, Gemini, Binance US, Kraken, just an unending list of bad news when it comes to finding that right area where you can maneuver within crypto. Then on top of that, we've got the real estate fiasco, especially with Airbnbs. Now they're tanking. Everything seems to be put on hold, but right before that, and it's always typically before the great fall, that when you get the highest amount of investors from our community to get in on something. These things never happen on the onset, which was the case with crypto when my personal journey began. I was maybe 4 or 5 years out of the real money when I got started. Yeah, there were a few hit or misses that kept me in it when I did get in it, but it's nothing compared to what was going on tax-free before that. And that's because we are always late to the game in this community when it comes to making those decisions. Now, once those decisions and those plans are set in action, my plan was to start introducing some of this information to my community, especially to my family and friends, and let them know, hey, this is some good legal money you can make. Why not try it? You wouldn't believe the amount of investment opportunities and we miss, but you also wouldn't believe the amount of advice that I got from people who was telling me I was crazy, I was stupid. Well, they never said I was stupid. I'll strike that. But they didn't know anything about it. Let's just say that. They didn't know anything about what I was doing. And it led them to maybe think differently about it. And maybe just some thing he's getting involved in that doesn't sound up and up. But that's neither here nor there at this point. What amazed me about those conversations is, given our background and where we came from, and some of you guys don't know what I'm talking about. And when it came to making those decisions on the street level, you didn't have to do a whole lot of explaining, did you? People knew what it was. You had to make the decision ethically. Were you going to get involved in that kind of stuff or not? My answer has always been no, because some of those things, those hits, those licks that people would hit, didn't always have my best interests at heart. And that's something I always grappled with when it came to making these moves. But getting back to what we're talking about, the reason we're talking about learning how to say no is to learn how to guard yourself against those spells that people will cast on you. Yeah, I'm saying spells because people will use their words to try to convince you or cast a spell on you to do something that's going to benefit them versus what you got going on. And you have to learn how to block that. Learn how to vet your investment opportunities before you get into them. All right, so the first thing you want to learn is the word no. Learning no is going to stop the nonsense right in its tracks. After you give your no, let that be your no so that nobody gets it twisted. If the next thing out of that person's mouth is they want to have an explanation as to why you're not involved in this, you don't owe them one. Don't even go there with them. Give them a chance to put more words on it. Tell you how much of an opportunity this is. You're going to be crazy if you don't do this. Listen, many times it's going to come down to that. And people will try to play on your senses to make you make a decision based off of their enthusiasm. That's never worked out well for people. Just keep that in mind. Also, things you need to be aware of. Well, don't allow people to use your past against you. What do I mean by that? Nobody gets anywhere on their own, right? You come to wherever you get in life, sometimes based on your own hard work, but sometimes there are people, in your circle that helped you get there. This is to remember that you're not there by yourself, and you didn't get there by yourself. But for someone to use their past efforts, their past extensions of help, past support, to try to coax you into getting into a bad decision, learn how to say no respectfully. Make sure they know this ain't personal. Make sure that they know that, hey, part of me getting to where I am is because of you, but the only way you're going to stay where you at is not going to be because you made a stupid decision and you wasted all that support they gave you because you got involved in something stupid. And definitely be on guard for that. Most importantly, and the title of my thumbnail was Become the Passive Income Before Somebody Tries to Use You as their passive income. I don't care what it is. If you come up in a situation where, especially right now, it seems like the biggest flex is to get somebody to pay something for you. I've known people who lived off of others their entire existences, but at the same time, when it's your turn to need that help, they ain't nowhere to be found. So part of protecting your investments and building your investments is to learn how to cut some of that nonsense off. I'm not saying don't help anybody. That's not what this is about. This is about you not being a fool and getting used by people who are taking advantage of you because they feel it's in their best interest. There's a certain kind of math to it. So you have to understand that none of this is personal. But as you start getting into your bag, understand that people are watching. People are watching. And they're going to come at you with all kinds of enticements. But you have to be aware of what you're going on and what you got going on so you can keep it going on. Try to help them get into their own bag, but not at the detriment of yours. All right. I'm interested in seeing what some of these comments are going to be in this topic, particularly when it comes to dating right now. And I'm only going to mention dating once because it seems that the flex right now is to, go out on a date. And if you can't pay, they're going to gaslight you and call you broke. No, that's not what it is. That's not what it is at all. You want to make sure that you're not the meal ticket. You're not on the menu. So you're not getting finessed for what? A talking point? A free meal? Watch who you got going on. Watch who you got around you. I'm going to leave it at that. I'll talk to you later.